A pleasure to meet all at last, and now for today, let's focus specifically on atoms for number 1442 here on HJN. I feel like that there's a lot of things I've talked about in relation to science, but that's because it's a field I've been known to study. I especially am all too familiar with the likes of such things like paleontology, astronomy, geography, and so much more. But here's the real deal though. Regardless of what science it is, if there's one known molecule in the entire world that practically everything is composed of, it's atoms. Atoms are in fact what help build the many things that this world has to offer, and even a lot more. Of course, I've mentioned before that there are tiny little pinpoint particles within each atom, known as quantum. And the thing is that there's always this concept that there could be a possibility that teleportation is a thing, which is more than appropriate given the fact that we are at a point where we have more than enough quantum to be able to teleport long distances, be it through a wormhole or a teleportation device. And I'm not just talking about the kind we've seen in The Fly, but of course, with ones that people actually would be willing to create. Teleportation in and of itself doesn't seem impossible by this point. We probably do have the tech to make it happen. But the real thing holding us back is the unwilling nature of the public. Atoms themselves are capable of doing so much more than you would realize. You might think it's safe to keep those atoms away from transportation that can move you at light speeds where it could probably kill you, but there's just times where it's not always true. When you have teleportation, you pretty much end up in another space and possibly at the same time, all because you got moved from one spot to another by transforming into light. Particularly the kind that could allow for quantum itself to move over a long distance in such a tiny amount of time. But regardless of what happens here and there, I'm more than sure that people will understand. The science behind atoms is truly there, and the many particles, DNA, quantum, and so much more that are out there. Atoms themselves have the combination of protons, neutrons, and electrons that all move together, but the thing is, no matter what it is, the atomic science behind it all simply shows that there is so much to life as we know it. So much more than we could ever anticipate. And I do feel pretty intrigued on how quantum simply shows up out of nowhere. But that's just the thing about it. There's always the connection between different subjects, be it ones I have talked about or ones that I have not spoken of. So don't worry. If there is by chance anything that you probably would think would be a great episode idea for HJN, do be sure to talk to me about it in the comment section below, or otherwise, do be sure to have an idea ready. But it's got to be one that I have not done yet. So make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side if you're wanting to see more